Substitution, number 42, Riley Pastor, and for Concordia, number 52, Lily Schlicker. Number 54, Strong. Rogers to the free throw line, 2 shots. Substitution for the Knights, number 22, Megan Seymour. Re-entering the game for the Cadets, number 14, Joy Hetke. Number 22, Megan Seymour. Number 14, Hetke. Substitution for the Cadets, number 15, Sierra Lubick. Substitution for Concordia, number 5, Elise Metz. East Noble foul, number 32, David. Joy Headkeep to the free throw line. 2 shots. Substitution for Concordia, number 12, Paisley Rath. Substitutions for East Noble, number 22, Seymour, number 12, Bradley, and for the Cadets, number 52, Schlicker, number 10, Taylor, number 51, Reagan, number 5, Metz. Substitution for the Knights, number 34, Malone. For the Cadets, number 2, Walker. Number 4, Rogers. Number 14, Getke. And number 24, Dressler. Concordia foul number 14, Getke. Concordia foul number 15, Rudy. Number substitutions. Number 12, Bradley. Number 54, Strong. Number 22, Seymour. Number 34, Mahoney. Number 5, number 54, Strong. Substitution.
Check.
Number 51, Brandon. Substitution for the Cadets, number 12, Paisley Rath. Concordia basket, number 23, Savannah Mack. Substitutions for the cadets, number 52, Schlicker, and number 10, Taylor. Concordia fans, a reminder of upcoming athletic action. The wrestling team is in action next Tuesday here at Concordia against Southside at 6:30. Swim team starts their competition at Norwell Tuesday, November 29th. Boys basketball team opens the season at Leo next Wednesday. That's a 6 o'clock start at Leo. Following that, they'll play Northwood on Saturday, November 26th. That's a new start at Northwood. Girls basketball team is in action this Friday, November 18th at Homestead. JV at 6 o'clock, varsity to follow. And then the girls return back here to the cage against Adams Central on Saturday, November 19th. JV start at 6 o'clock.
Did you get it? Happens to me all the time. Yeah. It'll be all new next year.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve all athletes in all sports. Whether you're an adult competing in sports you love, a youth athlete looking to take your game to the next level, or a college or pro athlete looking for the best training in the area, we have programs for athletes from performance training to injury rehabilitation. For more all about Parkview Sports Medicine offers, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com today.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSM Performance uses the long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Yo, what's going on? It's Antoine Taylor with Matrix QB. I'm so excited to announce our new book, The Quarterback Toolshed, strictly designed to help you slow the game down so that you can speed up. Whether you're a parent, a coach, or a player, it's jam-packed with information. We're going to help you slow the game down by giving you a mental processor so that you can speed up. This resource has all the things you need, from reading the defense, passing mechanics, pre-snap filters, coverage ID, and much, much more. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see you on the inside.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show here on SummitCitySports.com. My name is Ryan Dellinger, and we are live at Concordia High School. The host cadets will take on the East Noble Lady Knights out of Kindleville tonight here in a matchup of both 1 and 2 teams. Once again, East Noble, they're 1 and 2 overall. Their head coach is Sean Kimmel. They have a win over Westview and 2 losses to Dwenger and Central Noble. They'll be back in action on Saturday, and they will be at home. They'll take on the Lady Legends of Northside Saturday evening. For the Concordia Cadets, they are 1 and 2 as well. They're 0 and 1 in conference play. They have a win over New Haven and a loss to Belmont, and drubbing by a very good Northrop team last Friday night. They'll be back in action on Friday as well. They'll be at Homestead at 7:30, and then they'll be back here at Concordia on Saturday, where they will take on Adams Central at 7:30. So that's a look at the 2 teams here early. Why don't we take a quick time out here? They just posted the starting lineups, and when we get back, we've got to pay some bills, and then we will take a closer look at the standings in both the NE8 and the Summit Athletic Conference. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive is celebrating their 70th year in business. Shop all 14 of their brands at drivekelly.com. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle. They've got other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, and engine diagnostics. At Ottenweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bid to build, Visit ottenwellercontracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball player in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or getting your driver's license reinstated, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration provides top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfectant services throughout Northeast Indiana. That's Sioka Cleaning and Restoration. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. To learn more about our services, log on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's time to take a look at the conference standings in both of these two quality conferences. First of all, why don't we take a look at a little bit closer at both of the coaches. Your head coaches tonight are presented by Parkview Sports Medicine. Sean Kimmel's in his third year with East Noble. He's 15-34 overall. In his 7 years of coaching high school basketball, he sits 36-99. Nicole Bollinger's in her second year with the Cadets. She's 5-21. The Sagarin ratings for Concordia, they check in with a 51.55. That's good for 239th overall, 70th in Class 3A. East Noble's at a 49.15, 258th overall, 89th in Class 4A. The last outing for East Noble was a loss to Central Noble, 52-18, and Concordia was clobbered by Northrop, 66-26. Last time these two teams met was almost 1 year ago to the day. It was Concordia in a rout, 41-17. Now let's get over to those conference standings. And give me just a minute here. My computer's running just a bit slow. We'll take a look at the NE8 standings. Belmont's out in the lead right now. They sit at 3-0 overall. Norwell also 3-0. Huntington North at 2-0. Leo at 4-1. DeKalb at 3-1. Columbia City at 2-1. East Noble at 1-2. And New Haven sits 1-4. Games today in their conference. Huntington is hosting Carroll tonight. Columbia City at Snyder. That game, I believe, already underway. East Noble is here at Concordia. East Side at Leo. Bishop DeWinger at Belmont. And Norwell is at Homestead. So it's basically the NE8 versus the Summit Athletic Conference this evening here in Northeast Indiana. Looking at the Summit Athletic Conference standings, Northrop out with a commanding lead. Them and Homestead both sit 3-0 and 1-0 in conference play. Snyder at 2-2 overall, 1-0 in conference play. Carroll at 2-0. It is Bishop Luers 1-1, South 1-1. Northside sits 0-3. Bishop DeWinger is 3-1, 0-1 in conference play. Concordia 1-2, 0-1 in conference play. And the Wayne Generals at 0-3, 1-0 in conference play. And once again, I'll try to see if there's any different games here. Northside tonight is at Garrett. Southside is at Bishop Luers tonight. Heritage is at Wayne, and once again, a big one out at Homestead tonight between Norwell and Homestead. So that is a look at your conference standings for both of these two quality conferences. We're going to take a quick timeout, a 1-minute break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome back here to the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show at Concordia. Taking a look at your starting lineups, and they are presented by Tom Steele Tire. First for the visitors, East Noble. They will go with a 5'3" senior at guard tonight. That is number 10, Kaya Mosley. At another guard position, a 5' junior, number 14, Bailey Bortner. And at one forward position, a 5'7" junior, number 24, Peyton Quake. At another guard position, a 5'2" senior, number 30, Bree Walmsley. And at the other guard position, a 5'8" freshman, number 44, Addison Deming. For Concordia, and once again, they are coached by Sean Kimmel. For Concordia, this is how they will start tonight. They will go with one junior at guard, number 10, Kaylin Bollinger. At another guard position, number 11, Michaela Richardson. Freshman standing 6 foot tall, a forward, number 12, Avila Bollinger. At another guard position, a sophomore, number 20, Lauren Goodman. And a senior will start at power forward tonight. That would be number 24, Annika Nelson. And once again, their head coach is Nicole Bollinger. So that is a look at your starting lineups here at Concordia, and those are presented by Tom Steele Tire. Want to wish a big congratulations to 4 of our area teams that will compete this Friday night in the semi-states. Carroll Snyder, Bishop Lures, and Adams Central all advanced. They will play Friday night for the right to go to the state championship. And if you're wondering if you have to pay for the games this week online, you do. There is a charge this week, so if you want to watch high school football, you will have to pay for it this week. Or you can brave the temperatures and head out to one of the sites. I know 2 of our local teams will play at home, Snyder and Carroll. And Carroll will take on a number 1 team in Hamilton Southeastern. Snyder will host a Valparaiso. Snyder ranked number 1 in the state right now. And down in Class 2A, Bishop Lures goes on the road. They will take on a great Andrean team, and then Adams Central will be on the road as well. So if you're not wanting to watch it and want to dress up really warm and go out to high school football on Friday night, be my guest and head out to a local game and watch it. If not, join us right here. Or, we will have the games. They'll be presented by us, but you'll have to watch them on the Champions Network. For all of you that are wondering how in the heck you do that, the easiest way to do it is just go online to the ihsatv.org and follow the links, and that will take you right to the games. And then you'll have to pay for them first, and then you'll be off and watching good quality football coming up this Friday night. We'll take our final time out here on the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show. When we come back, we will turn it over to the public address announcer. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on Summit City Sports.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Concordia Lutheran High School for this evening's basketball contest. On behalf of Head of School Jacob Pettycamp, Principal Pat Ferking, and Athletic Director Tim Manigal, we would like to especially welcome tonight our guests, the Knights of East Noble High School. Concessions are available in the cafeteria above the home side bleachers, and restrooms are available on the upper level in the main hallway. At this time, I would ask that you please rise and remove any headwear. We will have a prayer followed by the playing of our national anthem. We pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for all the blessings you bestow upon us. We ask especially today that you spread your protective hand over all of the athletes and keep them from injury or harm. Help the athletes, coaches, and officials to honor you by using their talents to the fullest. Enable the spectators to encourage the athletes by modeling great sportsmanship. Most of all, Lord, we thank you for the forgiveness of our sins and the life eternal you have won for us through the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. In his name we pray. Amen. We ask that you please face the flag at center court. We honor this great country and those who have served to ensure our freedom by playing our national anthem. Please join us in singing. Now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First, for our guest from East Noble High School. A 5'3" senior, number 10, Kyle Mosley. A 5' junior, number 14, Bailey Ortner. A 5'7" junior, number 24, Peyton Waite. A 5'2" senior, number 30, Brady Walmsley. And a 5'8" freshman, number 44, Madison Fleming. The Knights are coached by Sean Kimball, assisted by Chris Desper. And now, for your Concordia Cadets, a junior from St. Peter's, number 10, Kaylin Bollinger. A senior from Jefferson, number 11, Michaela Richardson. A freshman from St. Peter's, number 12, Olivia Bollinger. From Emmanuel St. Michael, number 20, Lauren Goodman. And a senior from Central Christian, number 24, Annika Nelson. The Cadets are coached by Nicole Bollinger, assisted by Cleveland Inge. Our officials for tonight's game are Bud Wolf, Bill Forehand, and John Piper. Gentlemen, thank you.
All right, we're ready to go. Our officials tonight are the law firm of Wolf, Forehand, and Mr. Pfeiffer. All three of these guys, I think, did my games when I was little. And I'm not very young any longer, Lindley. Concordia will be dressed tonight in their home white uniforms. East Noble will be in their road blue uniforms, and we're ready to go. Our head official tonight is John Pfeiffer. He's got the ball, and we are ready for action here at Concordia. Once again, my name is Ryan Dellinger, and we're off. Concordia will control here. They'll drive down to the right side. They'll throw it up high off the glass. Annika Nelson with the rebound. She's fouled from behind, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair for the Cadets. They'll call that foul on number 14. That is on Bortner. That is her first. At the line is the senior Annika Nelson. She'll fire up the first one, and it's off the back of the iron. No good. Nelson has been a 4-year player here for Concordia on the varsity. She'll fire the second one and get it to drop. The Cadets out to an early 1-0 lead. We'll pick up token full court pressure right now. Walmsley will drive to the left. She'll kick it in the corner to a teammate down there, and right back to Walmsley. She'll come up between the circles, circle around now, and now give it up to her teammate there. That was number 14, Bortner, who had it. In the lane is number 10. That is Mosley off the glass, and she hits the bucket. Richardson the other way now for the Cadets. She'll kick it outside to Nelson. Off the left wing, rims in and out, comes down to Bollinger. The freshman up off the glass, no good. Good defensive board there by East Noble. Nope, they'll call a jump ball, and the alternate possession will give it to the Knights. Bortner will inbounds. Concordia picks up man-to-man full court. They'll trigger it in there to Deming. She'll fire it ahead. 2-on-1 now for East Noble. High up off the glass goes number 14 that time. That was Bortner. She misses it. Caroms out to number 30 that time. That was Walmsley. She misses it, and they'll call a push on Concordia's number 11, Richardson. That will be her first, team's first. East Noble with the ball. They'll have it under their own basket with an even 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Bortner to inbounds. She'll trigger it in there, and they'll look inside. Nothing there. One bounce pass, a wild shot up off the glass is no good. And now a takeaway, and will they call another jump ball? They will, between Mosley and Nelson. Now Concordia will have it. It is Bollinger to inbounds. She'll get it into Goodman. They get it right back to Bollinger. She'll kick it now over to Richardson. Richardson drives, gets cut off, now behind the back. Tries to get in the lane, fakes, goes up strong, misses it. It comes down to Bortner, and here come the Knights leading by 1. They'll look right side. Bortner with it, back up top to Wormsley. They'll swing it around to the far side there to Mosley. And now back outside to Bortner. She'll come back now to the left. Dribbles, gets close, gets her pocket picked, and a foul coming on East Noble, their first of this half. They will call that on number 14. That is Bortner, and that is her second. So we'll see if East Noble decides to go to the bench for some subs. They decide not. Take that back. That earlier foul was on Quake. Here's Richardson. She'll drive, fires it up, and it gets tipped out of bounds there by East Noble. It'll stay with Concordia. Richardson will inbounds now for the Cadets. Low scoring first quarter. She'll look, gets it into Nelson. Nelson will take a power dribble, kicks it outside. They'll go right side now and back up top. Here's a 3-ball in the way by Bollinger. It's short off the front of the iron. And we're going to have another foul on East Noble, and I think this time they're going to hit number 10. It is on 10. That is on Mosley. That is her first, team's third. Richardson will inbounds once again. Bowl shoes are untied, Lindley. Yeah. Richardson looks to get it in now. She'll try to get it in. She does to Nelson. Nelson back up top now to Goodman. She'll drive and kick. Nelson on the left wing. She'll go baseline. Gets double team. Kicks it up top to Richardson. Richardson splits the defense, takes a bump, and hits the shot. Richardson with the first field goal for the Cadets. We've got 5:41 to play here in the first quarter, and we have a 5-second call on East Noble. Richardson once again. She'll head down there and inbounds. Nope, she gets kicked out of there this time by Bollinger. Now Bollinger will inbounds. Her sister claps, and they'll throw it to her. Bollinger drives right, gives it to Richardson. They'll reset their offense with 5:30 to play in quarter number one. Back up top now to Goodman. She'll swing it to Richardson. And they'll call a travel on Richardson. She says, who, me? And the official said, yeah, you. Yeah. So East Noble inbounds in front of their own bench. Bortner will head over there to inbounds now for the Knights. The Cadets will stay in this full court pressure. And they may call a push on number 10, Mosley. That might be an offensive foul. They did call it on her. Her second, team's fourth. So will the Knights go to the bench now? They do have a couple players now with multiple fouls. Richardson inbounds now to Bollinger. Bollinger will drive right. Good look inside for her sister. Gets taken away there by Mosley. Good heads-up play there by Mosley. She saw it coming and went and got it. She picks up her dribble now in the backcourt. Gets it now to Wormsley, and she is bumped by Richardson, and now Richardson with two personals. And quickly up off the bench for the Cadets is number 23. Ortiz will come on. Two 23s, in fact, check in. Kate David in for the Knights. They'll get it in now to Walmsley. Walmsley looks and has Goodman right in front of her. She'll look to the left, almost picked off. They say it deflects off a number, is that 23? Yeah, went off of David and out of bounds. And the Cadets with the ball with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Right side now, they'll look inside. Kick it back to Goodman. She'll go baseline, gets a step, kicks it outside to Nelson. She'll spot for the three, and it's no good. Tipped, and it comes right down to Bollinger, and she's fouled from behind. She tried to go up quickly with it, and now East Noble in big-time foul trouble, and they'll call that on Quake. Excuse me, they'll call that on David. That is her first, team's fifth. That sends the junior to the line to shoot a couple. She'll eye the first, fired up and hard off the back of the iron. Second one by Bollinger's on the way, and it's no good. A couple players go after. Bollinger will pick up the loose ball, fires it inside to her sister. Back outside to Ortiz, now in the corner to Goodman. Ortiz looks, she'll fire the three. It's short. Bollinger saw it, tried to kick it out, but it's picked off by the Knights, and now we have a tie-up between both teams, and I can't see the arrow. It'll go to East Noble. 4:30 to play here in quarter number one. Bortner to inbounds. They get it in quickly to Deming. Deming quiet here in the first half. Walmsley will walk it up towards the timeline. She'll come across now. She'll drive left. Gets a screen there. Gives it up to her teammate. It'll drive. Gets bumped. Kicks it. Deming in the lane. And it's knocked out of bounds by Ortiz. It'll stay with the Knights. Nobody wants to inbounds. And it looks like Deming says, I'll do it. So East Noble will inbounds now under their own bucket. David with it on the right side. She'll turn and give it up top now to Walmsley. Walmsley harassed there, almost loses it out of bounds, picks it up, now stops, throws it inside. High up off the glass goes number 24, Quake, and that is her first bucket of the game. And the Knights back in the lead by a point. Bollinger picks up her dribble now, gives it to Goodman. Goodman looks inside. Nelson looks, fires to Ortiz, now over to Bollinger. She'll fire the three and drain it. The first three of the game goes to Bollinger. And another 5-second count on East Noble. Another sub ready to check in for the Cadets, but we've got a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back here to Concordia High School. We've got a low-scoring first quarter here, 6-4 the Cadets right now. And the sub that came in for Concordia right before the break was Kaiser. Number 21 is in now for the Cadets. Let's see if any other ones checked in. I don't see one. It'll be the Cadets' ball under their own bucket with 3:32 to play here in quarter number one. They'll trigger it in now to the freshman Bollinger. And now to Goodman. Goodman slows it up now, drives right, kicks it to Bollinger. She'll step in, fire a quick jumper, and drains it. Bollinger with back-to-back buckets. She now has 5. She leads everyone. And the Cadets have doubled up the Knights. Walmsley brings it up slowly, goes left side now to David. Deming will drive, bounced it off her own leg and out of bounds. East Noble will once again pick up full court. Ortiz catches the inbounds pass. She'll bring it up now, dribbles behind the back, now gets a screen by Bollinger, and she'll kick it inside. Bollinger back outside, Kaiser off the bench, fires the jumper, no good, rebounded there by Bollinger. Quickly to Goodman. Goodman drives, kicks. Bollinger thought about it, now gets closer. Passes it to Ortiz. She'll step back, fire the three. Good block out by the Knights. And we'll have a foul called on the Cadets. That was a great rebound over there by number 23, David. That was a clinic on how to block out, Lindley. It was a good one. That foul was on the Cadets. Number 21, Kaiser. She comes right in and picks up a foul. Number 13 will come on now. That is Sydney Reynolds in for the first time, the junior. Ooh, picked off by Goodman. She fires it up quickly up off the glass, and off the turnover, the Cadets with an easy bucket. And the lead is now 10-4. Walmsley into the front court. They've got numbers. She loses it. It goes right to Goodman. Goodman looks up. She sees Kaiser, fires it to her. Kaiser off the glass and good. And we have another timeout on the court by East Noble, their second here in this first half. And it's a full one. We'll use one as well.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Eight-point lead now for the Cadets here in quarter number one. We've still got 2:16 to play. They've been able to turn over East Noble here in the last 2 minutes, and it's led to some easy buckets. And they're having a problem getting it in. They get it in now to Deming. She'll turn, head the other way. Now quickly kick it to the left side. Quake had it, now gives it to Walmsley. Walmsley will dribble up between the circles and reset the offense now as we go under 2 minutes. Left side. Good screen there for David. She'll kick it outside. Bortner with the three, and she drains it. Good set play there by the Knights. Goodman looks up, finds Kaiser open. She'll fire the quick jumper and get it to go. Off the bench is Kaiser with a quick four. She's getting the Vinnie Johnson Award here early for Concordia. All the old people will know what I'm talking about. Those young kids, they'll have to Google Vinnie Johnson. The microwave. And a foul called on Ortiz. Her first, team's fourth. Annika Nelson set to check back on with Bollinger. And they will replace Olivia Bollinger as well as Goodman. 1:24 to go here in quarter number one. And do we have an injured player? Looks like we may have blood on the shirt of one of the players. That could be what it is. And that is David. It's on her jersey. Yep, they'll bring on another player. Looks like number 22, Megan Seymour, will come on. She played a lot in the JV game. But you always have a spare. And it'll be Deming to inbounds now. She'll go in the corner to Walmsley. Walmsley goes baseline. And they'll call a hold on Bollinger. Bollinger's first, team's fifth. So both teams are going to be shooting a lot of foul shots in the second quarter. 1:22 to go here in quarter number one. Bortner throws it in. It gets tipped out of bounds by Ortiz. Deming will inbounds now on the far side of the court. She'll get it inbounds now to Seymour quickly. Now to Bortner. Back up top to Deming. Deming looks right. And now in the corner, now to Bortner. She'll drive, kicks. Walmsley looks up at the clock. And now over to Bortner. She'll fire another long three. It's an air ball. Deming saves it, but it comes right to Kaiser. Here comes the Cadets with less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. And a turnover as they tried to get the ball there to Reynolds. And it's thrown out of bounds. And will East Noble play for the final shot or the best shot? I was 100% incorrect all of last year on trying to figure out if a team will play for the last shot. Here's Deming now up top to Quake. She'll go right side. It bounces off of Seymour and goes off of Ortiz, and the ball will stay with East Noble. Bortner looks to, or that's Deming to inbounds. She'll give it now to Seymour. Seymour drives, picks up her dribble, fires it to Bortner on the left wing. She'll drive, gets a step, throws it off the glass, goes in and out and down to Ortiz. 30 seconds to play. Reynolds ahead now to Nelson. She'll split the defenders and hit the layup. A nice play there by Annika Nelson. And we've got 20 seconds to go here in quarter number one. Seymour on the right wing. She's harassed over there. Throws it up top now to Quake. Quickly now to Bortner with 10 seconds. Walmsley with it. Walmsley dribbles, now goes left. Keeps her dribble, fires it up and hits the shot right before the end of the quarter. And a much needed bucket there for East Noble. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second quarter. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. a journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome back here to Concordia. The Cadets lead 16-9 here as we begin quarter number 2. Both teams are just 2 fouls away from being in the bonus. And the Cadets will go with Bollinger, Goodman, Nelson, Reynolds, and Kaiser. In the corner now to Reynolds. She'll go baseline, gets a step, fires it up, hits the front of the iron. That went out of bounds. That was off of number 23, David. East Snowball will start with David, Quake, Deming, Walmsley, and Bortner. Kaiser with it now, quickly over now to Goodman. Goodman will face up, now gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds now to Bollinger on the left wing, now to Nelson. Nelson wants to drive, kicks. Goodman fires a long 3, and it's nothing but nylon. Goodman now with 5, and the lead out to 10. And the Cadets will back off now, and they'll play half-court defense. The last thing you want to do is put a team in the bonus when you're up big. Left side now to Deming. She'll look in the corner for Quake. 5-second count is on. Now she throws it, and can Walmsley catch up to it? She cannot, and it goes out of bounds. Boys basketball starts next Wednesday. Tuesday even? Yeah, they were announcing games for next Wednesday, so even Tuesday we're going to have boys basketball. We're going to hit double headers here in the Summit Athletic Conference in about 2 weeks. High up off the glass goes Reynolds, and she's in the books with a field goal tonight. And the Cadets up now by 12. Walmsley with it. Gives it now to David. David wants to drive. Ooh, nice play by David. That was a great play. She just split 3 defenders and went right to the rack. Reynolds again. Reynolds will drive, loses it. Loose on the court, and still loose on the court. And now East Noble comes up with it. They've got numbers if they want it. Quick outlet now to Deming. Good hands by Deming. That was a bullet pass that she caught. Left side now to Kaiser. She turns, she drives. A wild shot, but it goes right down to Nelson. She'll shoot the fadeaway off the back of the iron, and it comes right down to Quake. Here comes Walmsley. A chance now for East Noble to cut into the lead. Bortner in the corner now to David. David will bring it back up towards the top and gives it to Walmsley. Now to Deming. Deming back to Bortner. She's hit 1-3, and that's hard off the iron. And an offensive board for East Noble. Walmsley with the left-handed runners, no good, and then a turnover by the Cadets. And we have a quick foul called. They're going to call a foul on number 13, Reynolds. That would be her first, team 6. East Noble now in the bonus the rest of the first half. Richardson in, and also Miss Bollinger, the freshman, back in for the Cadets. Tell you what, Lindley, last night was a great night of college women's basketball. Man, Indiana took out a really good Tennessee team. 5 players in double figures for Indiana, and they don't even have their best player yet. They don't even have their best player back yet. And Indiana's already rolling early in the – yeah, they got some good transfers. And last night, UConn, number 5 in the country, takes out number 3, that was Texas, in a game that one of our local products played in. Ayanna Patterson played a lot last night for Gino Ariema's team, and they're victorious again. They might be loaded. If they get the whole squad, healthy at UConn, they're going to be super dangerous come the NCAA tournament. So a lot of good college basketball last night. That's what you do on nights you don't have games. You're either watching volleyball or basketball. Or football. Yeah, there's a lot of football on now. It'll be Bortner to inbounds now for the Knights. She'll kick it up top now to Walmsley. We've got 5:40 to play in the first half. She'll drive, gets in the lane, turns it over. Good hands. Ooh, she all right? She went down hard behind the play. Concordia with numbers. And Goodman, the C's part, she goes right to the rim and hits the shot. And she took a shot at the end. She's got 7. And the lead back to 10. Walmsley looks like she's all right. She'll walk it up now for East Noble. Left side now. Mosley, that was a travel. You can't switch pivot foot. There's a three-pointer on the way by Walmsley, and she hits it. Walmsley with the deep three. In the lane is Nelson, and she hits the shot. That foul will be on David. That is her second. That'll send Nelson to the line to shoot the and one. That's a hard off the back of the iron. Walmsley with the rebound. And then she's flattened by Richardson. And Richardson's going to pick up her third personal. And Coach Bollinger is going to have to go back to the bench. She'll bring back on Ortiz. And then that will send Walmsley to the line to shoot 2. Actually, just 1 and 1. Walmsley just hit a big 3. She's got 5 on the evening. Walmsley eyes, fires, and it's good. Walmsley now with 6. She'll fire the second, and it is perfect. The Knights will bring back on number 24, Peyton Quake. She'll give Deming a break, and we've got 4:44 to go here in the first half. 7-point lead for the Cadets. Here's Goodman now into the front court for Concordia. She'll look right. She'll find Bollinger. Bollinger ball fakes, gives it up to her sister. Now gives her sister a screen. The lefty will fire the jumper. It's no good. Rebounded there by Bortner. Quick out now to Walmsley. Here comes Walmsley the other way for East Noble. Left side now to Mosley. She'll give it to, is that David? And David is fouled by Ortiz. Ortiz is second, and that'll send David to the line to shoot 1-on-1. Free throw on the way. A high arching one's going to hit off the back of the iron and fall in. Is that called shooter's touch? When you get one to hit the back of the iron and go straight up in the air and come right back down in the net. They're going to have a violation on East Noble. 25-19 our score, 4:22 to play here in the first half. And both teams have called off the full court pressure. It wasn't working. Only a handful of turnovers, and most of them were, Concordia was able to get and score. So East Noble calls it. Ortiz has that go right through her hands and out of bounds. Coach Bollinger not happy. And quickly Deming will come back on for East Noble. Deming will replace Bortner. And now Mosley will come over to inbounds for East Noble. Walmsley quickly with the inbound. She'll bring it up. Nobody stops her. She'll kick it. David loses it. Ortiz with some quick hands, but it goes right back to Walmsley. She'll turn, she'll fire, and she'll drain the 3. Walmsley with her second 3. In the lane is Nelson. She misses the layup, gets her own rebound. Misses it again, and now East Noble with the ball. And what do we have? They're going to call a foul, a push on Nelson, and that will send East Noble the other way. And I'm not sure if it's double bonus or not. It says 9 team fouls up on the scoreboard. So it'll be 1-1 by David. She can cut the lead to 1 if she hits them both. She'll fire the first, and it's good. David now with 4, and the lead down to 2. And no sub coming in here. You did hear the whistle. Second one is on the way. If it goes in, you'll get the sub. Nope, it's off the iron. There's David with the rebound. And what are they going to call? A travel on East Noble. 3:48 to play. 2-point game. Bortner back on. She'll replace Mosley. Mosley with 2 personal. She'll come off. And now the Cadets need a good set here and get a good shot as we get closer to the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Here's a drive left by Goodman. She'll fire it up off the glass. It's no good. Nelson with the offensive board and put back. Misses it. And then Ortiz with the rebound. She's fouled from behind. She'll go to the line. She'll shoot a pair. Deming will pick up the personal. Her first. Team 7th. And Ortiz will shoot a pair. Ortiz fires and off the right side of the iron. Back on comes Kaiser. She's going to replace Nelson. Second one on the way is good by Ortiz. And that'll bring back on Reynolds for Ortiz. And the Cadets lead back to 3 here with 3:33 to play in the first half. Deming will catch it. She can't dribble now. Turns it over. Goodman and again with some thievery. And she lays it up and in. That's the second time she's done that in this half, and she's got 10 points. Make that 9 points. Left side now for the Knights to Deming. Good look inside. Good stop and catch there by Quake. Good body control there. She could have kept going, but wisely just caught it with a jump stop and went up strong. Lead down to 3 now. Kicked outside. Kaiser with it. Back up top now to Bollinger. Bollinger on the left wing. She'll drive baseline. Gives it up now to Kaiser. Kaiser wants to try the baseline too. Double teamed. Now back to Bollinger. She'll drive. Step around the defense. Misses the layup. David with the rebound and a quick outlet to Walmsley. Walmsley the other way. She'll look to throw it up left-handed, misses it. Goodman with the board with 2:20 to play, and then a quick foul on Walmsley. That'll be Walmsley's first, but that will send Goodman the other way to shoot 1-1. Nelson will come back on now for Bollinger. Goodman fires the first, and it's true. Now she is into double figures with 10. Goodman with her second one is no good. And a tie-up, and the ball goes back to East Noble. Kaiser and Quake were tied up there. Bortner to inbound. She'll try to get it into Deming. Deming runs down the, no, it's loose. Picked off by Concordia. And they'll fight for it. They'll call a jump ball. Concordia with it. And I'm not sure if Deming's injured. She came up limping. Goodman with it now with 2:20 to go here in the first half. Kaiser with it in the corner now. Reynolds through the lane, up with the left hand. She's fouled on the wrist, and we'll see if it's on David or Walmsley. They'll call that on David. And if that's on David, I have her for 3 personals, and so does the scoreboard. So another young lady will check in. That free throw is good by Reynolds.
Substitution for the Knights, number 32, Ray David, and for the Cadets, number 23.
In comes David. Let's say another David came on, number 32. Yep, Ray David into the game now. She played a lot in the JV game as well. Ortiz back in for the Cadets. Second one on the way is good by Reynolds. The lead back to 6 here with 2:17 to go here in the first half. Walmsley brings it across the timeline. Good screen there for Walmsley. Picks up her dribble though, now kicks it now to Deming. Deming will drive, gives it to Bortner. She'll go over to David and quickly to Walmsley. Walmsley squares up, doesn't shoot, loses it, but it goes right to her teammate, and she's fouled by Nelson. Second personal on Annika Nelson. Sends Quake to the line to shoot a pair.
Peyton Quake to the free throw line, 2 shots.
Quake's first one is off the back of the iron, no good. No subs here between these free throws. Second one on the way is no good, and a violation called on the young lady that shot. She left too early. So the Cadets with the ball with $1:52 to go here in the first half. Goodman the other way now for Concordia. She'll go right side now to Nelson. Back up top now to Kaiser. Kaiser drives, gets cut off, gives it to Goodman. Goodman back up top to Reynolds. She'll come back now to the left side and give it to Kaiser. Kaiser with a quick step and a floater, and it's good. Sarah Kaiser with 6. Bortner on the left baseline. Back up top now to David. Or, excuse me, Ray. Back to Bortner now. And in the corner. Quake. Back up top to David. Now a wide open 3 on the way is no good. Nelson with the rebound and a quick kick out to Kaiser. Kaiser wants to drive, gets cut off by 5 Knights, and wisely gives it up. Up top now to Ortiz. She'll fire the 3. It's good for Ortiz. She's got 4, and the lead back to quickly 11. And then Kaiser couldn't slow down. She ran right over, I believe, Deming, and Deming will go the other way to shoot too. Deming at the line shooting. She's got 2 in this game. And that is good. Bollinger will come back on. Actually, both Bollingers will come back on. Second one will rattle around and drop in. Goodman now with 40 seconds to play here in the first half. They'll go left side to Bollinger. Now to Ortiz. She just hit a 3. Skip pass now to Bollinger. Now to Ortiz. She'll fire another long 3. It's no good. Long Karam comes out now to East Noble. And they'll slow it up here. Walmsley looks right up at the clock and now goes right side to Bortner. In the corner now to David. Back up top now to Walmsley. She looks for a screen, doesn't get it. She'll go between the legs, and now 10 seconds. Right side now to Bortner. Bortner drives, and we're going to have an offensive foul called on Walmsley. Walmsley will pick up the foul. That'll be her second, and that should send the Concordia the other way to shoot 1-1. Nope, a player control foul. So the Cadets need to get the ball and go they waited and went the wrong way. The clock is not running. It's still not running, and that should be it. On the missed shot, that should do it for the first half. It is Concordia leading 36-27. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the unofficial scoring here in the first half. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here. Here.
Here.
I belong here.
athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Yo, what's going on? It's Antoine Taylor with Matrix QB. I'm so excited to announce our new book, The Quarterback Tool Shed. Strictly designed to help you slow the game down so that you can speed up. Whether you're a parent, a coach, or a player, it's jam-packed with information. We're going to help you slow the game down by giving you a mental processor so that you can speed up. This resource has all the things you need, from reading the defense, passing mechanics, pre-snap filters, coverage ID, and much, much more. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see you on the inside.
Welcome back here to Concordia. We are at halftime. The Cadets lead 36-27. Looking at your unofficial scoring in the first half for East Noble, Mosley with 2, Bortner with 3. It is Kate David with 4, Peyton Quake with 4, Bree Walmsley leads all nights with 10, and Addison Deming with 4. This night's team, they'll be back in action on Saturday. They'll be at home. They'll take on the Northside Lady Legends at 7:30. For Concordia, it is Kaylin Bullinger with 5, Michaela Richardson with 2. She was in foul trouble in the first half. Sydney Reynolds off the bench with 4. Lauren Goodman with 10. Sela Kaiser with 6 off the bench. Kaylin Ortiz with 4 off the bench. And Annika Nelson with 5 for the Cadets. They've got 2 more games this week. Friday night, they'll be on the road at Homestead. That is a 7:30 start out there on the southwest side of town. And then they'll be back in action here Saturday at 7:30. They will host Adams Central. So a lot of games for the girls. The boys get started next Tuesday night around Northeast Indiana. Really kicks off the following week as high school basketball and both the boys and girls will be in full swing. Don't forget Friday night, big night of high school football in the area. 4 of our local teams will compete at the semi-state level for the right to go on to state. It'll be Adams Central down in 1A, and in 2A, it'll be Bishop Lures taking on the juggernaut that is Andrean at Andrean. It'll be in 5A, Concordia, or Snyder will host Valparaiso. Snyder coming off a crazy come-from-behind win last Friday night at Mishawaka, where they were down big. And then they scored 4 touchdowns in 7 minutes. And that was all it took to get them rolling, and they took out a good Mishawaka team. They will host Valparaiso Saturday night at Spooler Stadium. And then our final game up in 6A, it'll be Carroll taking on number 1, Hamilton Southeastern. All of those teams would like to play next week at Lucas Oil Stadium for the right to call themselves state champs. My gut tells me 2 of the 4 advance. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say Snyder and Adams Central will play on the following week. But who knows? You just never know. It's going to be a cold, windy night on Friday night here in Northeast Indiana. Game time temperature will sit right around 20 degrees. We'll take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll get started in the second half. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Athletics has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Well, we're ready to go. John Pfeiffer, our head official, hands the ball to Walmsley, and East Noble will have the ball as we get going here in the second half. Here's Mosley with it now. Double team, back to Walmsley. Better close out on her. She's a good shooter. She'll fire it up, misses it. The freshman Bollinger with the rebound. She'll bring it up now for the Cadets, gives it up now to Ortiz. Ortiz drives baseline, kicks to Reynolds, up top now to Bollinger. Her three is no good, hits the top of the backboard, and she gets her own rebound. Kaylin Bollinger now with 7 in this game, and a quick 11-point lead now for the Cadets. Here is Walmsley with the ball. She brings it forward, kicks it left side. Quake will give it up now to Mosley on the left baseline. Back to Deming. She'll swing it to Bortner. Good backdoor cut there. Good defense by the Cadets, and now Walmsley will fire the three. It's an air ball, and it comes down to Ortiz. She'll turn the other way now for the Cadets. Fires ahead to Reynolds. She'll give it right back to Ortiz. She'll fire the three, and it's a brick. I missed everything. Quick rebound by Bollinger. She misses it. Her sister gets the rebound, and we've got a tie-up, and it'll go to Concordia. David will come back in now for the Knights. She'll replace Quake. And Bollinger will inbounds. She'll look, keeps looking, and now finds Goodman. Goodman will dribble to the right. Wormsley cuts her off, and she'll dribble back towards the top and gives it to Reynolds. Inside now to Ortiz. She turns, throws a wild pass, and that'll go out of bounds, and a turnover on Concordia. Lindley, I honestly think the team that wins this game is the team that doesn't foul or turn the ball over. That helps too, but there were a lot of fouls in the first half by each team. Goodman could have got called right there for one, and another one. Left side now to David. David gives it up now to Deming. Back to David, and she turns it over. Good defense there by the freshman. Quickly now to her sister, Bollinger to Bollinger, now to Goodman. Concordia will slow it up now. Really with Concordia and both teams in the first half, whenever they ran their offense, they ended up getting good shots. It's when they got out of control that things just like this happen. They dribble into trouble, into double teams. Both teams did it a lot in the first half, and a turnover gives the ball back to the Knights. We've got 6:11 to play here in the third quarter. We lost our feed, Lindley. There we go. Got loose on us. We got a 30-second timeout on the court here. And Lindley, I was talking about football. I was saying 2 of 4 make it to the state championship. I think Adams Central makes it. Adams Central, I think, makes it fairly easily. And I think Snyder goes. Carroll and Lures both have unbelievable teams they're playing. Carroll's played great. They have a great defense. There's no other team in Northeast Indiana that has a better defense probably than Carroll has right now. But, man, taking on number 1 HSE is going to be a tall task for them. They're very lucky they have it at home, and there'll be a huge crowd even with it being 20 degrees out. So I think 2 out of the 4 make it. Man, I hope all 4 make it. Wouldn't that be? That'd be awesome. A lot of people thought that the SAC was down this year, and boom, 3 teams get to the semi-state. Walmsley with it now for East Noble. She'll go up between the circles now and gives it up to her teammate Bortner on the right side. Now to Deming. This is a set play out of the timeout. Deming will drive and kick. Oh, Bortner had it, lost it. Here comes Concordia. This is Goodman with the ball. She'll bring it into the front court, throws it to her teammate Bollinger. Drives, gives it back to Bollinger. To Goodman, and they'll swing it all the way to Reynolds, and now inside to Nelson, and she's fouled from behind by Mosley. If that's on Mosley, that's her third. It is on Mosley, her third. Team's first. Peyton Quake will replace Mosley here with 4:54 to play in the third quarter. Quick inbounds, and Nelson loses it. Walmsley with it now for East Noble. Now to Bortner. Back to Deming. Now to David. Good back cut there by Quake. Another good set play there by East Noble. Goodman with it now. She'll back it up and now go to Reynolds. Reynolds now to Nelson. In the corner, back to Reynolds. She'll get a screen. Drives towards the top. Kicks it now to Goodman. She'll ball fake. Go left behind the back now to the right. Bollinger thought about the three. Kicks it now to Nelson. Nelson wants to drive. Ball fake around the defense and hits the layup. Her seventh. More harassment in the backcourt by Goodman. Walmsley finally gets it with 3:50 to play in the third quarter. Deming with it, and that gets tipped out of bounds by Bollinger. We've got a horn, and Ortiz comes in for the Cadets, and Mosley will come back in for the Knights. Inbounds now to Mosley. She'll go left, gives it right back to Walmsley. Walmsley tries to drive. Good defense by Goodman. Bortner with a quick three, and it's good. Bortner with her second three of the game. She's got 6, and now a three by Bollinger's no good. And that was off a couple different players, and they'll say off of the Cadets. It will go back to East Noble with 3:21 to play here in quarter number 3. Walmsley with it. Ten-second count is on. She'll get across the timeline just in time. Gives it up now to David. David turns, faces up, and gives it to Mosley on the left wing. Now she'll drive. Steps in and hits the layup. And here comes East Noble. They trail by 6 as we go under 3 minutes in quarter number 3. Goodman back around to everybody. Now stops and fires. Nobody picked her up. Ortiz will pick up the loose ball and hit it. Ortiz now with 6. East Noble once again will try to cut into the 8-point lead. Good drive by Bortner. She's hammered on the play. She'll shoot a pair. We'll see if it's on, it is on Ortiz, and that will be her third. Bortner at the line to shoot 2. Each team with just one personal here in quarter number 3. And Bortner's free throw is good. Bortner now with 7. Richardson and Kaiser back in for the Cadets. Second one on the way is good, and we'll have another sub for the Cadets. Bollinger will come back in now for Concordia, and Deming will check in for East Noble. Here's Kaiser. She'll drive baseline, gets cut off. Back to Bollinger, and now to Richardson. She'll drive, kicks. Bollinger spots up for the 3. In and out, tipped, and goes right to Walmsley. She looks up. Oh, she had the right idea. Gets tipped and goes right to Mosley. She gets fouled on the play by Bollinger. And that will send Mosley to the line to shoot a pair.
Number 10 for the Knights, Mosley to the free throw line, 2 shots.
And that'll hit the front of the iron and drop in. Mosley with the bucket. That's the lead to 5. Second one on the way. He does the same thing and rolls in. 4-point lead now. Quick look underneath and a turnover. East Noble now can cut into this 4-point lead. Wide open is David. She doesn't shoot. Now kicks it up top to Deming. She wants to drive, kicks back to David. David drives, takes the bump, fires it up, and gets fouled on the play by Bollinger. Bollinger will pick up her third personal and the team's third, and that sends Kate David back to the line to shoot a pair. And quickly Reynolds back to the score table for the Cadets. David's free throw is no good.
Returning to the game for the Cadets, number 13, Sydney Reynolds.
Free throw is up and good by David. Was there some hecklers out there, Lindley? We've got a timeout on the court. We'll use one as well.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Timeout over on the court. Over here on the court, it is the Cadets leading by 3, and they will have the ball. 1:41 to play here in quarter number 3. And we're back under action as Goodman will bring it into the front court. She'll get a screen by Nelson. Drives and kicks. Reynolds with the runner is no good. Tipped out of bounds by Reynolds. No, they'll say off of Walmsley. Richardson to inbounds now for Concordia. Concordia will stack the top of the key there. And they'll throw it in to Kaiser. She'll drive, gets cut off, now gives it up to Goodman. Up top now to Reynolds. Reynolds looks inside, can't find anybody, now goes right. Picks up her dribble and goes to Richardson. Richardson will go in the lane, off the glass, misses it. Another offensive board there by Nelson. She misses the bunny. And it's East Noble with the ball. They can tie or take the lead with this possession. Left side now to Mosley. Mosley drives back up towards the top, takes a bump and gives it now to David. David looks inside, finds Quake. Quake gets blocked, and it'll go out of bounds off of Quake. The ball came right back to her, and she slapped it out of bounds. 52 seconds to play, and we'll have Bollinger coming back in for Concordia, and she'll replace Richardson. .52 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Left side now to Kaiser. Kaiser looks inside, finds Nelson. She might have got away with a push-off, and she drops in the bucket for her 9th point. And the clock continues to run. We'll go under 30 seconds here in quarter number 3. Left side now to Deming. Inside now to David. David will post up, misses the bunny. The ball's loose, and they'll call a foul on Deming, on David. And now David will pick up her 3rd or 4th foul. We make sure it is her 4th.
Substitution for the Knights, number 14, Bailey Bortner.
Bortner back in now for East Noble. 18.8 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Can Concordia get off a good shot? Neither team has been good here in the final 10 seconds of a quarter when they have possession. Reynolds with it now. Looks inside, has it tipped away, goes right to Goodman. Goodman loses it, picks it up, fires it up, and hits the shot. And that will do it for quarter number 3. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get started in the 4th quarter. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on Summit City Sports.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Ready to go here in the 4th quarter. Walmsley with it for East Noble. They trail by 7. They had it down to a 2-point game at one point in the 3rd quarter. See if they can come up with a good set here. Neither team in much foul trouble. I better be quiet saying that because sometimes they come in waves. Here's Mosley with a good post up. Left-handed shot off the glass is good. Mosley with 8. Richardson, nobody picks her up, and she hits a layup. She's got 4. Her right side now to Deming. She'll give it to Bortner. Bortner drives, keeps her dribble, fires up the left-handed runner. It's no good, and they're going to call a foul on Kaiser. Kaiser will pick up her 3rd. Bollinger returns now for the Cadets. She'll replace Kaiser. 4 team fouls now on the Cadets. Quickly to Walmsley. Walmsley misses, and Richardson, she looks up. She's got a wide open Nelson. Doesn't throw it to her, and now gives it to Bollinger, who will throw it up with the left hand. And it rolls in. Bollinger on the board with her first 2 points of the game, and the lead out to 9. Walmsley left side now. Mosley gets blocked but gets her own ball back, then loses it. Here's Goodman now for Concordia. She's got numbers, gives it up now to Bollinger. Now to Nelson, back to Bollinger. She'll think about it, she'll fire it, and it's no good. And a rebound comes right to Walmsley. Her right side now to Bortner. Bortner wants to drive. She does. Oh, I think they're going to call a hold on Concordia. They are. They're going to call that on Bollinger, and that's going to be her 4th. And now the Cadets just 2 fouls away from putting East Noble back at the line, where they'll shoot 1 and 1. And the late sub didn't get to the score table. So Bollinger's got to be careful here. Walmsley with it now. She wants to drive, kicks, gives it to Deming. Deming in the lane, fires it up hard, no good, tipped. Comes right down to Bollinger, and here comes Richardson. She'll step into the lane, goes around the defense, throws up the one left-handed runner and hits it. And we have a timeout on the court. East Noble.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
We've got 6:06 to play here in the final quarter at Concordia. The Cadets have extended their lead now out to 11. A couple quick buckets off of turnovers, and they are back in control. Left side now to Mosley. She'll take the bump, kicks it to Walmsley. She'll think about it, drives, gets bumped, now gives it to Deming. She'll fire it up. It's an air ball, and it is Quake with it. Back now to Mosley. She splits the defenders, throws it up, and hits it. Mosley with her 10th point. Good look inside to Bollinger, and she's fouled on the wrist, this time by Quake. And the freshman will head to the line to shoot a pair. Olivia Bollinger's free throw no good. That'll bring back on David. She'll replace Deming. .5:38 to play. The freshman at the line shooting her second one here. She'll fire it up and hit it. Olivia Bollinger now with 3. And the lead is now 10, and the Cadets will continue the full court pressure. Probably want to do it just to slow them up and use some clock, but don't foul. In the corner now to Bortner. Shows quick triggers, no good. Richardson with the rebound. Once again, the Cadets with numbers. Richardson looks and fires inside, falls down, gets it to Bollinger. She'll turn, she'll fire, and it goes in and out. And who's going to come up with it? It's Mosley of East Noble. She gets blocked and thrown into the backcourt. This will be a violation called on East Noble here as soon as Walmsley catches it. And now Kaylin Bollinger back in for the Cadets. And I think she's going to replace her sister. She is. Richardson to inbounds. Gets it to Goodman. Goodman will look inside for Nelson. Back up top, and they'll swing it now to Richardson. She traveled. We're under 5 minutes to play. Still a 10-point lead. David loses it, and now tied up on the court. And we'll see if they call a foul. No, they'll call a jump ball. It'll go to Concordia. Goodman with it now for Concordia. She'll slowly bring it into the front court. Gives it up now to Richardson. Up top now to Reynolds. Reynolds looks right side to Bollinger. Bollinger up top to Goodman. Reynolds will drive baseline. Nobody stops her, and she hits the runner. Reynolds with 6. And the lead back to 12. Quick pass now to Walmsley. Back to Mosley. To Quake and back to Walmsley. Now to Bortner. Bortner kicks. Walmsley thinks and fires a three. It's no good. Mosley with the rebound. She'll throw it up left-handed, misses it, and it goes out of bounds off of Quake. And now Kaiser back on for the Cadets. She'll replace Nelson. Here is Richardson with it. East Noble can pick up full court. They've got a lot of fouls to give. 4 minutes to play here in the final quarter. Over now to Goodman. Back inside now to Kaiser. It's tipped out of bounds there by Mosley. Cadets do not need to be in any hurry. Kaiser with a quick jumper. No good. Walmsley with the board. Maybe not the shot Coach Bollinger wanted. Here's a drive and a kick. Quake will fire the 15-footer. It's no good. And they're going to call another travel on Richardson. Mosley to inbounds with 3:40 to play. Walmsley with it now for East Noble. Good kick to Quake, and she hits the layup. Quake now with 8, and that's a turnover. Good defense there by David. She came up quickly on Reynolds, and it deflected off of Reynolds and went out of bounds. Lead back to 10. Mosley with it tipped and comes up with a loose ball right back to Bortner. And the clock wasn't running again. Left side and now to David. Bollinger's got to be careful. Here's Bortner with a quick three, and she hits it. Bortner with another three. She's got 11 in the game. The lead down to 7. Right side now to Richardson. Swing pass all the way over now to Kaiser. Kaiser drives and gives it to Goodman. Goodman drives and fires and hits it. Goodman with her 14th. Left side now to David. David wants to look inside. Now up top now to Quake. Over now to Walmsley. And the good pass inside. Tipped and picked off. Good play by Richardson. And now Goodman with it as we go under 2 minutes. The right side now and down low quickly to Bollinger. She loses it again and picked off. And now Walmsley with it for East Noble. Over now to Bortner. She just hit a three. She'll go baseline. Stops and fires. And good. That is her first 2-point field goal of the night. And the lead down to 7. Here's Goodman with it now for Concordia. They'll try to run some clock. Kaiser goes to the hoop, fires it up, and misses it. And another chance now for East Noble. Over now to Mosley. Mosley back to Quake, now to Walmsley. And they'll swing it all the way to Bortner. And now to Mosley. Bortner will fire another three. Oh, that was 3/4 of the way in and out. And a quick foul by Bortner. We've got subs coming for the Cadets. I'll bring on Ortiz and Nelson. And number 33 comes in for East Noble. Macy Colon in for the first time. And it looks like, do we have a timeout coming? We do, by East Noble. Welcome back here to Concordia. There's a full timeout on the court. They changed it at the last minute, did the Cadets. And we've got a time of 1:14 to play. A lot of high school basketball coming up over the next 2.5 months. Lindy, we're going to be busy. Boys basketball kicks off next Tuesday night here in the Summit City. And we'll pick up double headers in roughly about right after Thanksgiving here on Summit City Sports. It'll be a Summit Athletic Conference double headers. Those are always fun, usually have some big crowds around the area. So it will be, I believe, East Noble's ball. No, it was a foul on East Noble, so it'll be Concordia ball with 1:14 to play, and that will be Richardson to inbounds. We'll see if they go with a quick foul. They do not. They went for the steal first. And now Bortner out to harass Richardson. She'll give it to Ortiz. Ortiz back to Goodman. And a foul by Walmsley. Walmsley picks up her third, but it's only the 5th on East Noble. They're going to have to quickly foul. Maybe even hold before they can even get the ball in. Bollinger will catch it. And she gets fouled in the backcourt. Colin picks up her first, and now both teams are Concordia now in the bonus. Richardson to inbounds. She'll trigger it in now to Nelson. Nelson wisely backs it out, and we go under a minute to play. Nelson kicks right side to Richardson. They want to foul her. Bortner does. Bortner will pick up her fourth, and that will send Richardson to the line to shoot 1-1. Back on comes David. She'll replace Colin. East Noble's going to have to go quick after these free throws. Richardson eyes, fires, and hits it. She's got 7. The lead is 8. Second one on the way is no good. A hard off the iron, tipped, and it comes right down to East Noble. Walmsley now quickly up the court. They've got to go. Screen coming for Walmsley. In the corner now to Bortner. She fires a three. It's no good. Richardson with another rebound. And Coach Kimmel's yelling foul, 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 and nobody's fouling. Finally, it is Mosley who fouls. At the conclusion of the game, we'll go over the unofficial scoring, and we'll get out of here. There's a rebound again by Quake. Quickly to Walmsley with 40 seconds to play, and she throws it away. And we'll see if Coach Kimmel decides to call off the Dogs here or continue to foul. Looks like they're going to pick up full court, and they're going to try to bring on a sub again. Colin will come back in, and will replace David. And if I was Concordia, I'd bring up Annika Nelson. Yeah, Quake sees her and wisely throws it to her. Nelson will go the other way for the layup. Nelson with her 11th point, and that's probably the dagger. Walmsley looks right. Fires it to Colin, now into the corner to Bortner. Bortner drives. And they're going to call a foul and count the bucket. And for Bortner, that will be her 15th point, and for Bollinger, that should be the end of her night. Bollinger will come out of the game. 5 fouls on her. She'll finish the night with 7. And that'll bring on Reynolds. So Bortner, she's got to intentionally miss it, doesn't she? Got to hit. Nope, she hits it. And she's got 16 points in the game. It's a full timeout. We'll use one as well.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. a journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
We've got 15.6 seconds to play. Concordia leads by 7, and they will have the ball, and they'll be inbounding here on the far side of the court, and it'll be Ortiz to trigger it in. She can run the baseline. Our head official, John Pfeiffer, is explaining that to her right now, and they just want to get it in and run some clock. Good pass now to Reynolds. Nobody fouls her. She continues. Ball fake, left-handed layup, no good. Ball continues to be loose and picked up now by East Noble with 7 seconds. Mosley the other way. Don't foul her, and they do. Nope, they call it travel. 2.5 seconds to play. Concordia going to hold on for a home win tonight here over East Noble. And they will improve to 500. They'll get it in. And no foul here. Your final 60-53 Concordia over East Noble. Give me just a minute here, and we will go over the unofficial scoring. For East Noble, they will drop to 1-3 on the season. They got 10 from Mosley, a team high 16 from Bortner, 5 from David, 4 from Quake, 10 from Walmsley, all in the first half, and 4 from Deming. They will be at home on Saturday. They will take on the Northside Legends. For Concordia, they will improve to 2-2 overall. They got 7 from Kaylin Bollinger, Richardson with 7, Olivia Bollinger with 3, Sydney Reynolds off the bench tonight with 6. They got 6 from Kaiser, 6 from Ortiz, 11 from Annika Nelson, and your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is Lauren Goodman with 14. For the Cadets, they will be back in action on Friday. They will take on Homestead at 7:30 out at Homestead. And then Saturday, they'll be right here at home. They will take on Adams Central at 7:30. Want to thank our sponsors once again: Big Eyed Fish, Kelly Automotive, Tom Steele Tire, Ottweiler Contracting, Summit Volleyball, Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, Jolly Law Firm, Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, the University of St. Francis, and of course, Parkview Sports Medicine. That does it here from Concordia. For my camera lady Lindley Kistler, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rath's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So He does a lot more strength training just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here. Here.
Here.
I belong here.
Has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here.
Nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Yo, what's going on? It's Antoine Taylor with Matrix QB. I'm so excited to announce our new book, The Quarterback Toolshed, strictly designed to help you slow the game down so that you can speed up. Whether you're a parent, a coach, or a player, it's jam-packed with information. We're going to help you slow the game down by giving you a mental processor so that you can speed up. This resource has all the things you need, from reading the defense, passing mechanics, pre-snap filters, coverage ID, and much, much more. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see you on the inside.